Yeah, I did it again. Hey, hope you're doing well. So yeah, I bought a gold top and it's awesome. I went down to Manny's Music in Sydney and they had one on the wall. I had a play of it, I loved it, it was great, but I didn't have the money. So we left and then we stopped in another store that I really like, which is Belfield Music. I got my Anaconda Burst / Les Paul from there, as well as all of my ESPs, well the E2s anyway. And they had the same one, the 50s style, so I played that. And it was like $20 cheaper than Manny's, but for whatever reason, it didn't sit as well as the Manny's one, so I was like, but again, obviously I didn't have the money. So I left, and then it was on my brain. I liked it, I wanted one, so I thought about it, and I thought about it. I talked to the missus about it. I thought about it some more. She was very encouraging. She's not helpful for, obviously, my habit. And just in the last couple of months, a great store here in Australia, Port Mac Guitars, have announced that they're closing down their store, and everything went up for sale. They had 3 of these in stock, it turns out. They weren't actually on sale. However, it was the cheapest price in the country. So again, I was like, hey babe. And she just said, just buy it. So I bought it. Great thing about this is it came straight from the warehouse, so it hadn't been touched. It's mine and it's great. So it is of course the typical 50s style gold top with that beautiful finish, which is super caramel. It was really funny, I didn't touch the top for about 3 or 4 days after I got it, and then when I finally did, I was like, oh, it's actually really smooth and shiny and beautiful. So it's a mahogany body, it's got a maple top, it's got the nitrocellulose lacquer finish. Turns out I really love the feel of that nitrocellulose when I play. Any of that gloss style stuff that I now have on my other guitars, when I pick those up, they feel wrong. This just feels more natural, more like I'm at home. I love the Les Paul guitars so much. As you can see there, it's got the vintage style tuning pegs. It's got your typical vintage kind of volume and tone knobs. It's got the scratch plate. It's got a caramel color little toggle doober on there as well, sort of to match the gold top, of course. Now it did come with different buttons. They were pretty big. I can't find them right now, but I'll obviously will find them and I'll chuck an image up here somewhere so you can see them. I changed those out for strap locks. Now the only issue is that the one on the bottom, the screw that was in there was quite big, and this is a little bit smaller, so I had to get some nail glue to hold that in there because it wasn't really tight, but it's been all right so far. The neck is chunky. It's really hard to show on the video just how thick that is, but it's a 50s style guitar, which means it's got a 50s style vintage neck. So it's a 12-inch radius, which is like 304 mil for anyone playing at home. The nut material is Graph Tech, whatever that means. It's got your acrylic trapezoids in the neck. Scale length of the neck is 24.75 inch, obviously 22 frets because Les Paul, and nut width is 43.05 mil. It's a rosewood fretboard with medium jumbo frets. So big, but like medium big. The pickups are the Gibson style burst buckers, burst bucker 1, burst bucker 2. That's all the information I have, but they sound mad. So I've got 4 Les Pauls now. I've got 3 standards and 1 custom. This one, of course, I've got a Mojave Burst, the Slash Anaconda Burst, which is technically a custom shop, but it's a standard, and my Alpine White Custom. But this one, I don't know what it is about it. It just sings. I let someone else play it once, and he was the same. He was like, dude, there's something about this guitar that just, when you play it, it just makes you sing, and it makes it feel like You are one with beauty. And so this one is actually pretty heavy. There is no weight relief. This is as heavy as they used to be back in the 50s. So this is proper back breaking, shoulder breaking kind of Les Paul guitar here. And I think that probably adds to the sound and the quality of the whole instrument, you know? So it's heavy, but, you know, means I don't have to go to the gym as much. Or maybe now I have to go more. Whatever. So this did come with 10 to 46 gauge strings tuned to E standard. I've now dropped it down to E flat, and I have adjusted the action, so the string height on the guitar, because however Gibson set it up standard in the workshop, it's a bit too high for the way I like to play. So I have, of course, adjusted that, and man, it is sweet. It's a beautiful guitar. The case that it came in is the standard Les Paul Brown hard case. Now I have, like I said, 4 Les Pauls, but I also have a Gibson Tribal Explorer, which was a limited run thing that I got maybe 15 years ago. Now that one and my Mojave Burst Gibson, the cases had this beautiful vanilla aroma when you open them up. And that one that's 15 years old, still I'll open it and it just wafts. It's amazing. Whereas this one, the Slash one, and my custom don't have that vanilla smell. So they've clearly changed something. So Gibson, please bring back the vanilla because it's so amazingly delicious. So besides that, I do have one pretty major complaint about this. So as you can see, obviously it comes with the pickguard or scratch plate. I did consider taking it off so I could see the full beautiful gold top, but whoever drilled this hole here in particular, I don't know who did that, but man, have a look at this. What the hell, dude? Like, that is not on. You clearly got the drill and went, ugh, there it goes. So you've scratched it up, and I don't think it's really nice to look at without the scratch plate now. I mean, obviously there's going to be a hole there regardless. So is that fixable, or is that just how it is now? Pretty annoying, yeah? Like, what do you do with that? Look, I can't imagine many people are going to be noticing that stuff, but I noticed it. That's the point, yeah? But with all that said, it's obviously still beautiful. Even the back, you know, the wood grain is quite special. The neck's really quite a nice piece of wood. It's a nice color as well. It's not too dark. It's a light brown, and it works well with the caramel. The binding's all really good. So besides Captain, I don't know how to drill a hole, this is a perfectly made guitar. All the sounds that you've heard in this video are coming from the Silver Jubilee and from my pedal board. I'm going to get nice and close now and demo the 3 different switch positions. Clean channel on the amp. I've got just a little bit of plate reverb, simple as. So this is the bridge pickup. Neck pickup. Middle. Dirty channel on the amp. That was bridge, this is neck. Middle position. bit of overdrive now. Awesome, so that's it. That is my Les Paul Standard 50s Gold Top. I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. See you next time.